and I had stopped 3 steps from the landing. I began backing down, getting ready to run back to my car. "Where are you going, Juliet?" The guy went from angry to hurt in a heartbeat, his eyes widening in surprise and his mouth turning into a frown. Crazy, crazy, crazy. My alarms were ringing for real now. "I'll take care of you, baby." He started to come down the stairs, reaching for me, trying to catch me, and I turned and jumped down the last 3 steps. The door of the unit below mine had just swung open, and I barreled in, pushing it shut and locking it behind me. "And hello to you, too," Marina said, laughing as I threw myself into her arms. "I'm sorry," I said to my neighbor and friend, my voice nearly a shriek. "Call the police and lock the door. Did you lock the door?" I was shaking, terrified. "You locked the door? What's going on?" Marina held me out, looking me over. "Why do you look so freaked?" "There was a guy upstairs in front of my door." Tears were streaming down my face now, and I thought I might hyperventilate. I gripped Marina's hand. "What guy?" Marina went to the peephole in her door. "I see a FedEx guy standing around." Oh, God, he was still there. What if he had a gun? "Yes, call the police." "On FedEx? Damaged package?" I pulled Marina away from the door, into her bedroom, where I locked the flimsy doorknob as she stared at me. "Call the police," I said again, nearly hysterical. I explained what the man had said as Marina dialed, and she calmly related everything to the police, putting the phone down once they'd assured us they were on the way. "Well, I guess that's it then," she said, crossing her arms in front of her chest, her pointed chin lowering in a knowing nod. "What do you mean?" "This and the Oscar nom?" She winked at me and smiled, much calmer than I was, considering there was a potentially armed stalkery type guy outside. "Congrats, by the way. You're officially a movie star, not just an actress. Now you have to make some changes." I shook my head. Marina was an actress, too. We'd been on auditions together, had commiserated about missed roles, lost opportunities. "What?" My mind reeled. "Stalker equals stardom equals private security." She nodded and pursed her glossy lips. The police showed up then, and we spent the next 30 minutes talking with them as they took Mr. FedEx into custody. The guy had been dumb enough to hang out, waiting for me to come back outside. Relief flooded me as they pushed him into the back of a cruiser, and I dodged behind one of the bigger cops where the man couldn't see me from where he sat. "Miss Manchester," one of the police had said after the cruiser departed, "I recommend you look into a bodyguard. We'll leave a squad car outside for the next week or so, but once a person reaches a certain level of notoriety, there's only so much we can do." I nodded numbly and spent the next 2 nights at Marina's, afraid to be alone. After that, my manager had made arrangements with a security firm he trusted.
Jace. "Keep your heads down, assholes, unless you want to lose them." The skipper's voice was loud, even over the sound of the explosions ricocheting through the demolished city to our right. I did as I was told, running as fast as I could with my unit toward the cover of a low bluff. With all my gear on and the M4 in my hands, it was hard to move quickly, but the force of adrenaline pumping through my body and the sound of the V-22 lifting off overhead added the motivation I needed. I wasn't planning on dying over here. My preferred method of departure would be mid-orgasm if I got to choose, or potentially partway through a pint of ice cream. That would be okay, too. But getting shot, exploded, or generally maimed in Afghanistan? No. My unit dove behind the low hill where mortars were already set up, joining the unit already firing on the targets out ahead of us. I'd just begun to catch my breath when a jet came in low above us, one of ours, and dropped its payload just ahead of our location. I glanced over the guns to see the forward air controller lift his arms and hoot.